So you want to be a productive artist and you're probably procrastinating already. So I will not waste no time here and I'll tell you straight to the point how to be more productive with your drawing. I know how it feels, I've been there. You say you're gonna draw, but you always find a way to do something else. You feel burnt out. I'm here to tell you how I overcame this state, being now more productive than ever. Also at the end of the video, I will hold your hand, showing you step by step how I organize my art sessions for maximum productivity and motivation. By the way, I'm Matt. I drew a whole 80 pages fully illustrated fantasy art book, and thanks to these 3 tips, it made it almost effortless. What? You wanna do this too? Well, I got you. Now the best piece of advice that I can give you is to start organizing your day. Start organizing your life. Organization is one of the most important things in your life in general, in every field that you can think about. In business, in drawing, in studying, everything is better if you organize your life properly. So drawing is definitely something that benefits from it as well. So what do I mean by organization? Let's think about time. Time is something that you cannot control. You cannot make time stop passing. So we can say that time can be our worst enemy sometimes. If you know your enemy, you can make it your best ally. If you spend 2 hours doing nothing, or if you spend 2 hours drawing, 2 hours are gonna pass anyway, but at the end of the time, you're gonna have either work done or absolutely nothing. So if I got your attention already, I'm gonna tell you how to organize your life and add drawing into it to make it a habit and make it so much easier, just at the end of the video. But first, you have to know a couple of things to make this possible, so listen up. If you wanna draw, you have to organize your drawing into sessions. Let me explain what I mean by that through an example. Let's imagine you go to the gym and you lift 1 weight, and then get out and go groceries. Then get back again, lift another weight, and then watch a whole movie, and then get in the gym again and finish your workout just to do something else. Is this how you're supposed to work out? Usually when you have to work out, you put your gym clothes on, you go to the gym, you put your music to get yourself in the mood, and you start working out, right? Full focus until the end of the workout. Well, how can you wanna draw more productively if you start drawing randomly and just do random things during the session instead of focusing, and then you get up and go do something else and you waste your time scrolling and do whatever instead of actually focusing? Let's do like in the gym example. You get ready, you make your space ready, like having it all clean. A clean space is the secret for maximum productivity and focus. You eliminate your distractions, so you get your phone away, or in another room. It's even better. You put some music on. It's better in your headphones, so you don't listen to all the distractions around you. And you choose some music that hypes you up or that gets you in the mood of what you have to draw. For example, if you want to draw some fantasy stuff, put some fantasy music on. So something that gets you in the mood, or even a long form type of video, not short forms. Like if you put a 10-minute video, you have to choose what to watch next, and this is not optimal because you have to distract yourself to browse through YouTube and look for another video, and this is gonna slow you down so much. So put either music or a long form video and start drawing till time is up. What do I mean with time is up? I mean that you have to set a time goal for yourself. For example, I want to draw for 1 hour and a half. So you put 1 hour and a half of studying session on your screen so you can see the time passing, and you can go all in for the whole time without distractions. Maybe get 1 or 2 breaks if the time is longer, but with music or a long video, your space is clean and you have a timer that tells you when you're gonna be finished, so you can indulge in your distractions. You're gonna be so much more productive than you are now just randomly drawing something and then stopping to do something else. By the way, good job if you're still here. This means that you prefer to watch an educational video about your passion, drawing, instead of scrolling on some random stuff or watching some random entertaining video. And this makes me understand that you take your art really seriously, so you have my respect. Also, you might as well follow me to get value like this every single week. For many, this can be easier said than done, but sitting down to draw is not as easy as it sounds. Sometimes you don't really even want to start. This many times happens because so many excuses come to my head. I can't draw because in an hour I have to go there, so I might as well just do something else. I can't draw because I have to go groceries. I can't draw today because I feel tired. Like I got so many excuses that make me wanna procrastinate drawing much. The wrong thing is that many people think that excuses are are this giant enemy that you cannot defeat. Like if you have an excuse, you cannot 100% go through it. The excuse always wins against you. But if you think about it a little more, excuses are just things in your life, things that happen, and like everything, there almost always is a solution for it. So what you have to do is be aware. You have to know what excuse is stopping you from drawing. For example, if I say I can't draw because I'm too tired, it's probably because you are not sleeping enough. If you say I can't draw because I have to go to the gym today in half an hour, maybe you want to organize your life better. Or if you say I can't draw because I don't have the tools and you're too lazy to go out and buy the, I don't know, pencil that you finished or whatever like that. You just have to understand what is the problem and find a solution. Sometimes we have a problem and don't even think that that thing is solvable. So eliminate the excuses in your life, or if they are things that you have to do, you have to make space for drawing in your life. Of course, don't be too hard on yourself, like I will draw forever, all the excuses are gonna be eliminated from now on. But if you have to go out with your friends, and this might be an excuse, don't just abandon all your friends, but maybe go a little bit later and do a couple of sketches, or organize your life as I said, to make it possible to draw and go out. Now I'll show you step by step how I actually organize my week and give priority to what I need to learn the most. What you have to do is open a blank document and write all your skills and then the sub skills. For example, here I wrote human anatomy, that's something that you have to learn. Then I wrote drapery, perspective, environment, rendering, lighting, and those are all the skills that I need to learn. Now, human anatomy of course has other skills inside of it, like hands, feet, arms, legs, toes, etc. And then you use colors to know what you have to learn the most and the least. Let's say the human anatomy is something that we have to get much better at, so we use red. Under human anatomy, there are many other skills. And let's say the hand is something that we're also struggling with, so we go with red. But feet, somehow we can draw it a little better, so we use yellow. But arms, in the other hand, is something that we can draw so much better than the other two, so we can use green. Now you do this for all the other little skills, and you do it for the bigger skills as well. For example, drapery is something that we kinda can draw but not that good. Now, after you did all of it, we can move to our calendar, so we can structure our daily study sessions over the week. So here we have our calendar. So the first thing that I always tell people to do is to first get down the things that are not negotiable. For example, you have to go to the gym every day from 10 to 11:30 a.m. So you write gym in here, and you also set that you repeat every day. Now it's in Italian, sorry, but I think you can understand. You can repeat every single day. So from now on, every day we got gym. Right? Now, you have to go, for example, to, I don't know, some lessons here every day again. Now you can play with the settings if you want it to repeat every day or every week at the same day. Now that you have everything that is non-negotiable, you can add your studying session. You start by adding the red ones before. So, you say that you go to the gym every day, so you already have an established habit. You write drawing right before gym. So you do 1 hour of drawing before gym, and this hour is gonna be hands, because it's what you need to learn right now, right? Make sure to write the category. After lessons, you wanna draw another hour, and you're gonna do something else, otherwise you're gonna get bored. And let's say you can do drapery, because it's something that you labeled as yellow, because if you do 2 reds in the same day, you may get tired and it may get difficult. So, and you study drapery here. Maybe here you can draw like freely or do whatever you want. Now the next day we still do before gym, so we can establish the habits by doing habit stacking. And we can do something easy now, environment, but we do landscapes. So it's easy but not that easy, right? Here we go with anatomy again, because you remember we'll have to learn anatomy a little more than the other things. And what do? We may go with feet. So this is how it works. I would say focus on 1 or 2 subcategories per week. Don't go like with the whole thing. And then next week you go again with some others. This is an example on how I do this, but you can do it however you feel like. Just remember to stress more on the red ones and less on the green one, still practicing them. And yeah, this is how I do it. There is a way to get addicted to the process, and in this video I show exactly how I did it. If you're really serious about your art, start following me, and see you in the next one.